Hey there beauties, I'm Janita Spikes. I am a licensed nail stylist and I am starting this series to help you as a nail stylist or aspiring nail stylist just take the journey, all right? So I have been in the industry for 10 plus years, and what I do know for sure is when you serve other people, it makes your journey better. So I'm using this opportunity to do just that. So if you're wanting to learn about all things nail stylist, but not necessarily let's say what we do with the clients, you want to know the behind the scenes stuff that I don't feel like we talk about enough, this is the series that you want to track along with me. So today we'll be talking about life skills. Let's get into it. All right, so let's get into this life skills chapter. All right, so I will tell you that I'm going to make sure that I'm as transparent as I possibly could be, and as I remember things, I will make sure that I share them. I've been in nail school many moons ago, so I want to remember to put myself in the place of someone who is new on this journey. That's why I'm asking you, if you have questions, let me know, because once you get going in your career, you will realize I've been doing this for a while. Things don't necessarily bother me as much as they used to, all of that, But anyway, let's talk about life skills, okay? So in this chapter, and you'll see me looking down because I'm making sure that I'm referencing my notes. But in the first chapter of the Foundations, My Lady book, it talks about and explains what life skills are, and it gives you specifics as it to deal with the beauty industry. Like, hey, we are creatives. You are going to want to, more lean on that muscle and, do the artwork and figure out how to better make sure that the product lasts on the client's nails, and make sure that their pedicure is top notch and stuff like that. Like, you're wanting to lean more on that. But it's going to be very, very important that you really understand that you need more than that to be able to make it in this industry, simply put. All right. So it talks about making sure that you have good customer service skills and people skills, and you know how to work in a group environment. It also talks about making sure that you have self-actualization, that you are a goal setter, and that you are a continuous learner. And while the other ones are very, very important, and we will talk through them, I really wanted to talk about the continuous learner. One of the main points that I kind of just saw in this chapter is that you have your, everyday, actions that how you interact with your friends, your family, your spouse, your kids, and your coworkers or whatever have you. And then you have your experiences that you have had before that's brought you to this point. What I will say is, as you begin to work with the public, as it to deal with work that you have done, that you have created, it's going to be very important. I'm gonna sit up for this one. It's going to be very important that you don't always take it personal that maybe someone doesn't like how you did something. Okay, because you are going to keep, and the way that you're going to be able to do this, and the way that I was able to do it, and I shouldn't say that you're going to, but something that you can take into consideration. You have your experiences, and the person has their experiences, and your skill set is still ever learning and ever growing. And I've been in the industry for 10 plus years, and I've had, ebbs and flows in my career. But I still say I'm still learning and I'm still getting better at certain things, right? Because, product changes, technology changes, and different things of that nature to make things flow better. My systems, in that regard, change as well. And so one thing I just want you to be just sensitive on yourself. I was hard on myself. I was way too hard on myself, okay? Way too hard, applying way too much pressure to myself. not saying that any old thing will do. You want to bet, like, you want to give out a good product, right? But I also feel I did not allow myself room to grow. I felt like when I got that license, I had to be perfect at every single service if I wanted to be able to be a good nail tech. And I just feel like that did my career a disservice from the start. I allowed people to put pressure on me. I wasn't confident. And so because I wasn't confident, I allowed them to tell me what I should be doing, as opposed to focusing on what I was actually confident in and building upon that, building a clientele upon that. So for example, I was really, really good at the pedicures. And if I would have known what I know now, that would have been my bread and butter. I would have specialized in foot care. I would have possibly, went and did further education under a podiatrist, and served in a podiatry facility. I did it for an internship before, and it is something that I highly recommend, but I would have did more. I would have did way more if I would have known what I know now. Well, now everything that I've experienced build me up to, what I know now. So I don't discredit it, but I wouldn't have let people tell me what my career should have been like. For example, you need to be able to perfectly do acrylic. You need to be able to do gel manicures. You need to be able to do poly gel. You need to be able to do dipping system. You need to be able to do, what else? What's the other ones? Like all the other things. Like you need to be able to do all the things, because if you can't do all the things, then you're not a good nail stylist. And it's like lies upon lies upon lies. That is so not the case, okay? So not the case. You can be a good, committed nail stylist and not know and specialize in all of those things. I'm telling you, there are people who have all the followers, have a clientele, and they don't specialize in everything. They chose 1 to 2 services to specialize in, and they have ran with that and built a stable clientele to be able to care for themselves. They charge what they're worth, and they get that on a continuous basis. So if you are stressing yourself out, my friend, if you are trying to be perfect at every single thing, and in order for you to build this successful business and build this quote unquote empire, in order for you to do that, you have to be perfect at all the things. No. You're gonna save way more money than you ever could imagine. You're going to give yourself less stress, because you're gonna just focus on those 1 to 2 things. You're going to perfect those. You're going to take classes on them. You want to watch videos on them. You're going to practice them. You're going to do your own services to the best of your ability. You're going to rock that service, so that way when people stop you out and about, they will stop you. When they stop you out and about and they ask you, where do you go to get that particular thing done? You will be able to confidently say, hi, my name is da 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 da. Here is my website, my business card, my social media handle. Follow me, because I specialize in this. And I'm just going to tell you, and I'm just going to forewarn you and prepare you, because please circle back to me and tell me once this happens, you're going to have so much peace. So much peace, because you're not trying to run raggedy with your budget, trying to buy all the products, all of, take all your energy into something that you don't really care about, but people say they want it, so you gonna do it. Don't build your life like that, and don't build a business like that. All right. So I know we're still talking about life skills. we're gonna keep this conversation going. I'm not gonna keep you long, but I'm gonna give you like just a few tips for life skills as to deal with you as a nail stylist. All right. So what I need you to do is I need you to remember that you don't have to do everything. And that's what I just finished giving my TED talk about. You don't have to do everything. I also will tell you to keep getting better. I talked a little bit about that just a second ago. So go take classes and go to shows, trade shows, and get into a community of nail stylists that can love on you and encourage you and not hate on you, but like, they got you. They're sharing their stuff because they really realize that there is no competition besides what you did for yourself yesterday. Okay. Nobody's your competition, seriously. And even when it comes to other businesses, you don't know the depth, and we'll talk about that soon, but you don't know the depth of their business for them to necessarily affect you at this particular point in your career. Now, should you be aware of your surroundings and who's offering what, I make it my business to go introduce myself to people that are nail stylists in my community, that are on social media, that are consistent, that do similar services as because I have been on maternity leave multiple times and not had a place for my clients to go to because I didn't have community at first. But when I got community, I was able to refer my clients to them. And it's no big thing for me because we don't own people. And we'll talk about that soon too. We don't own people. So if people go over there and they don't want to come back, like, I never owned them in the first place. Thank you so much for, patronizing my business when you did. Like, it's cool. There's so many people. Anywho, let me move on. For my third point is speak with an accountant and a bookkeeper on how to handle your finances at the start of your career. So as you continue to grow, you already have good habits. That is definitely one of the life skills that I missed. I was really on the hustle train, and I really should have been on the think forward thinking train. All right, think forwards for when you don't want to do nails anymore, when you don't want to, where you can't. We don't think about that, but what if it comes a day where you can't do the service anymore? You need to be prepared for that. You need to forward think for that. Okay. All right, so let's run those back. Life skills for nail stylists. These are the top three things that I want you to remember and consider, and just put in a plan of action for. Okay, you don't want to be worried about doing everything. Okay, choose your 1 to 2 services and specialize in those. You can be familiar with everything, but you don't have to specialize in everything. Keep getting better. Get a community. Surround yourself with people that's going to encourage you. If you need support in that area, let me know. Speak with an accountant and bookkeeper and get your finances in order. While you may not be able to hire someone full-time, get a consultation. Pay them to teach you what you don't know about being a business owner and having finances and money coming in. It's going to be vital. It's going to be vital to your future. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Okay, that's my goal, to be helpful and consistent. Okay, so I will be back with the next chapter that's in this book. And, just wanting to love on you, pour into you. I'm wishing you nothing but success, nothing but the best. Know that if you're taking this journey, it's for a reason. All right. Know that you will find your clientele. Even if you're watching this and you're on a slow day, I just encourage you and I speak life to your business that the clients are coming, but you need to prepare yourself. You need to prepare yourself well. So let's do this. Let's do this. Stay encouraged. Get up. Let's go get something done. And thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for engaging with this. Feel free to share this post out. If this was helpful, go ahead and like it and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can get the next videos. Yes, again, I'm here to serve you. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. All right, take care. God bless.